Of course, there is an ongoing situation that's happening right now, which I won't comment on. I can't comment on because of the fact it is ongoing. So I hope you guys understand that and are here to support the show, the Chunk Show, because that's what it's about. I'm trying to elevate this. It's a passion project for me. It's something I really enjoy doing. So I'm here to give this a shot and give it a try, and hopefully you guys can support.
Chunks, of course, has got a bit of backlash, but he cannot wait forever for Young Philly. Right now, it's already been over a year, and it's just been delayed another year, and Chunks obviously likes doing a podcast.
Hey, man, I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to demonize Chunks because this nigga Philly was fucking with these bitches, bro. Even if he's innocent, he was moving reckless, clearly. Things are not looking good for Young Philly. Video by Feasify. Y'all know about this Philly situation, right? Bro is in Australia facing multiple SA charges, including grape. Not good.
The Young Philly situation just keeps getting worse. This guy's literally going to be stuck there until July 2026.
Oh!
Absolute minimum. It's going to go on for even longer than that. Let me just bring you guys up to date of how this situation has played out, and we get into the updates today about what's going to happen going forward with Young Philly. So September 27, 2024, Young Philly performs in Bar 120 nightclub in Hillary's, a coastal suburb of Perth, Australia. But apparently a situation occurred following that performance in the club. An alleged sexual assault in Perth, a woman accuses Young Philly. She's in her 20s. She says that she was sexually assaulted by him in his hotel room after his performance at that club. Numerous fans had come out for him. Women were literally throwing themselves at him in the club, and this was moments before the disaster. This guy was in good spirits. Backstage, he was saying that he's a bit drunk when they was filming him for a TikTok, but things went horribly wrong after this, and the world was about to find out.
I ain't even gonna throw bro under the bus and say that he, you know what I'm saying, who knows what happened in that hotel room, right? We gotta wait until the evidence and all that shit comes out. I mean, for them to have this dude locked up in an Australian jail, though, I have to imagine the evidence is pretty compelling. But then again, you know, they've been packing up niggas for a long time without needing much. So who knows? But what I will say, man, that's the beauty of having a girl, bro. Having your main thing, your girl, you feel me? I think it's even more important when you find yourself in a situation like this, whether you're married or even if you just got your girl, bro, because I'm telling you, man, this shit is fucking dangerous. You trying to fuck with a bitch you just met? You don't know her, bro. She could be crazy. You feel me? So, shit, man.
He faces 8 charges, 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault, occasionally body harm, and 1 count of impeding normal breathing or circulation. Prosecutors present images of the woman's injuries, and police cite CCTV footage as evidence. And it wasn't until around a week later or so that everyone found out about this situation. He was arrested, it was posted everywhere, he was in handcuffs, and Young Philly was trending on the internet.
Popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations following an incident in Perth.
That's right, Lara, and it's serious. He's facing 4 counts of sexual penetration without...
And look, if he did this shit, apparently there are a lot of people who have a lot to say about Young Philly, that he's a weirdo, you know what I'm saying? So, shit, he might have did this shit. Trust me, I'm not defending the dude. I'm just saying, guys, you gotta be real careful with these chicks you hooking up with that you just meet, man, because you never know.
Sent 3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm and 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation. Detectives say the 29-year-old man sexually assaulted a woman in her 20s in his Perth hotel room after he performed an event in Hillary's on Saturday, September 28.
He was extradited to Perth to face charges in relation to this incident. October 10th, Young Philly appears at Perth Magistrates Court for his initial hearing. He confirms his name and acknowledges the charges but does not enter a plea. He's granted conditional bail but has to pay $100,000 or £52,000. His bail conditions include remaining in Australia and reporting to the police daily, and not contacting the alleged victim, and not posting about the case on social media. And this might be a thing in Australia, but we don't often see this. They obviously know that Young Philly has a massive audience, and this could influence certain parts of it, like his fans going after the victim. It might be to protect her and maybe her identity as well, but Young Philly of course has stuck by that and not posted anything on social media throughout this situation, and a lot of his friends are saying that they're not allowed to either. The following month, Young Philly was caught speeding in a car out there as well, which obviously didn't help the situation, which led to reckless driving charge being added and his car getting impounded that he has out there. He appears in Perth Magistrates Court and pleaded guilty straight away to reckless driving charge. March 11th, 2025, Young Philly appears at Perth Magistrates Court and pleads not guilty to all 8 charges related to the Perth sexual assault case. He is seen leaving court and for the first time speaks to reporters, but only to cite the lovely weather. A trial listing at this point was put forward for June 13th, 2025, which we'll get into right now.
Whose real name is Andreas Felipe.
Growing out the beard and the mustache and everything. Damn.
Valencia Barrientos is accused
Bro need
of
a cut.
assaulting a woman in her 20s
Not looking good,
in his
man.
hotel room after a gig at Bar One nightclub on September 28.
Are you guilty?
Yeah, but man, it's a lovely day.
Are the accusations true? How are you feeling about your next court date?
The 29-year-old will face a committal hearing in June.
I thought the trial was going to be going ahead today, but apparently that's not the case. It says he pleaded not guilty to the charges in Perth Magistrates Court in March, and the matter was moved to the higher district court. It said that Young Philly has now had 2 additional rape charges added to the indictment that allegedly occurred on the same day as the other offences. He's yet to enter a plea on
They stacking them up. When it rains, it pours, huh?
charges. He's on bail with strict conditions right now after paying $100,000. A 10-day trial has been set for July 20th next year. They haven't said anything about easing them bail conditions and letting him go home, so he's gonna be stuck in Australia for another year now. This is definitely not the news that Young Philly wanted, because the world is moving on without him, whether he's guilty or not guilty. Even Chunks, his friend, started his own podcast now and said this is an ongoing situation. Maybe he got the news earlier that this could be a while before Young Philly's gonna be back, innocent or not.
Of course, there is an ongoing situation that's happening right now, which I won't comment on. I can't comment on because of the fact it is ongoing. So I hope you guys understand that and are here to support the show, the Chunk Show, because that's what it's about. I'm trying to elevate this. It's a passion project for me. It's something I really enjoy doing. So I'm here to give this a shot and give it a try, and hopefully you guys can support.
Chunks, of course, has got a bit of backlash, but he cannot wait forever for Young Philly. Right now, it's already been over a year, and it's just been delayed another year, and Chunks obviously likes doing a podcast. There's numerous ways he could make money doing other things. He didn't have to, but he's just taking a step forward. Imagine Young Philly does end up going to prison as well. Regardless if he waits this out or not, people can...
Hey, man, I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to demonize Chunks because this nigga Philly was fucking with these bitches, bro. Even if he's innocent, he was moving reckless, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Moving reckless. And so I'm not saying that he should be punished for shit that he didn't do if he's innocent, but I'm saying, man, the decisions we make have consequences. We get what we deserve. We reap what we sow. We manifest a reality that is in alignment with our energetic frequency. And so with that being the case, you can't tell another man that he can't do something. He got to wait on him like this is his wife? Nah, nigga. Money needs to be made, bro. Shit needs to get done. And so now what would be cool, I suppose, is if Philly is found not guilty and then they pick up where they left off. That will be interesting to see. Would Chunks be willing to start back up their old podcast together? After all of this, I don't know. If he does, it would really be a good show of loyalty, that's for sure.
Say things about Philly because he had a podcast with him at one point. Now, the fact that this situation has been delayed another year, it's obvious why. There's 2 additional charges. I'm not sure if this woman's saying another 2 times that night that something happened, but that's the reason it's been delayed, because Young Philly's gonna have to go enter a plea again to these 2 additional charges. It just delays everything. I'm not sure if this was some sort of strategy from the other side's lawyers to delay this situation for another year to prepare, but Young Philly, regardless of being innocent or actually doing this situation, will be stuck in that country for another year. year. They better hope that they put him behind bars, because this has ruined his life for years now. And if he's innocent, this guy should be due a lot of compensation for how much this has ruined his life. There was a story about Benjamin Mendy being accused by numerous women. He ended up being found not guilty at the end of it all, but it ruined his career. This has kind of become a laughing stock in the UK. Many people making memes out of it, but of course...
Now, if he's found not guilty, he can definitely come back from this shit. He really can. The battle is all mental, though. You feel me? The battle's all mental. If he doesn't have the mental fortitude to come out of this shit, then yeah, he's packed up. He's cooked. It's over. But if he can, he was incredibly famous before. It would just be him taking a couple-year break and then, you know what I'm saying, sparking back up.
That's a serious situation with an actual victim or potentially someone's life being ruined.
He lost sponsorships and friends because of this. Yeah, but, you know what I'm saying, celebrities have been accused of just as bad, if not worse, and come back from it. I mean, Kobe, remember that? The Black Mamba. He was accused of some heinous shit. Mike Tyson actually went to jail for some heinous shit. And they both became incredibly popular mainstream celebrities afterwards. So it's really all up here, bro. The external doesn't matter.
But we need to find out the truth in that eventual trial.
Young Philly's trial starting this month, no?
Yo, that's mad still.
If I was in Philly's position, how would I bounce back? Bro, you got to live from the end. You got to imagine the reality that you want to actually be living in and then put yourself there mentally. You can't allow yourself to be wrapped up in the situation that is present because you're just reaping what you sow. Philly, whether he did this shit or not, is reaping what he has sown. You know what I'm saying? The energetic frequencies that he was in alignment with. Yeah, look, dude, there are a lot of black celebrities, a lot of guys who are fucking a lot of bitches and they don't get this shit, put on them. You know what I'm saying? So there is something, you are the master of your reality, bro. You are the master of your reality. And so what he needs to do is shift frequencies. He needs to be in a completely different mental space. He needs to imagine himself being back on top of the world. Let's say he gets out of this, he's found not guilty. He needs to imagine himself being back on top of the world and ask himself, how would he feel? How would he move? You know what I'm saying? And then that's what people feed off of, bro. People feel your energy. People can tell when you are a broken person as opposed to when you are a powerful person. The external shit don't matter. You feel me? And so if Philly is able to come back and just get in that zone, everything will work itself out. And how quickly that happens is a function of how much he's able to tap into that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What are you thinking on that? How you feel for him? You know him?
I know about him, yeah.
Okay. I don't know him again. You don't know him again? I just know about him.
You know what? Like, I played football with him back in the days, and that's it, really, truly. But see him in the scene and that. But when what came out about him, I was just like, raw. It's just dark, bro. This is mad. It's not looking good, though, man. It's not looking good still. Like, I could have haters. You could be my comments, but you can't call me that or you can't call me this or that, bro. Everything's
that's how it has to be, bro.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it has to be like that, bro. Yeah. See when something's coming out about artists like that, most of the time is happening, bro. Like, it must be true, because why ain't it coming out why ain't other artists getting called out like that? Like, why is that artist getting called out? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because
we all do the same thing. We all go that show there, we go there.
Judging by the news we got today that this is being delayed again, they're putting forward more charges, is probably a good thing for young Philly, because it shows that they're not optimistic right now. They can put him behind bars, definitely, with what they got. It could be some good news for him, or they could just want to get another 2 charges on him to make sure. There's been nothing suggested about young Philly possibly returning to the UK to wait out to come next year for his trial. We know the UK and Australia have a good relationship, so it'd be really hard for him to completely avoid going back to face justice. And obviously he's pleading not guilty as well, but it just hasn't been brought up. Maybe they're not even considering letting him leave the country right now because it's such a serious offense. Guys, yesterday I uploaded another documentary video.
Yeah, man, not looking good for young Philly as it stands right now, but we'll have to wait and see. If he is found not guilty, I'd be very interested to see how he bounces back from that. Not a lot of guys can. Not a lot of people can bounce back from shit like this, bro. It's difficult. It's difficult. Not because it's actually hard to do, but because just the mind games, the controlling your emotions, controlling your mind. Very few people even begin to do the work in order to do that shit. Begin, to train those muscles, much less commit to it to the point of attaining mastery. Most people don't. And that's why most people their life is dictated by external circumstances and the things that happen to them. Life happens to them. They don't happen to life, unfortunately, is how most people live. But if you want to hear about more of that shit, go ahead and check out my spiritual channel, Eternal Dawn. Link in the description.